Yes, Reds, we're back. Sorry for the last few days. All of the boys have been busy, but we brought in a special guest with us today. Mo, unfortunately, it's not the week I'd be liking to bring you back on, lad. We meet 3 times in a week, but we need someone to bring the energy, lads. Whether it's heat, whether we go all in, or a bit of positivity, lad. How are you?
I'm good, lad. As you were just saying, me and you and Adam just before this call, before we went live, we were just saying like everyone's losing their head, like as if the league's over and stuff. So hopefully we can have a little nice, calm conversation, figure out the solutions. And I'm not in a position to lose my head just yet, but things are not looking good, and I'm sure we're going to discuss it.
This is it. It's the frustration more than anything that kills us, Adam, isn't it?
This week has been so frustrating. Like I think I left the WhatsApp group the other day because I just couldn't deal with it. It's been stressful, been very stressful, mate.
Yeah, it has. Look, if you just joined us, smash a like and subscribe. Make sure you also go and follow Mo, and there's his podcast name there in his description. And also as well, we've just managed to open up the members only stuff. So we've got a load of exclusive content coming your way, whether that be some transfer snippets we've heard. And we've also got a few big guests coming on. So if you want to join, let us know, or just join anyway and just support the channel. But make sure you like and subscribe. Well, look, Mo, we'll dive into it. Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. A game, and we've just said off air as well. Along with the Palace game, I think they were both there for the taking, especially in the second half. Saying to Adam just beforehand, do you know what frustrated me the most, Mo, was that Liverpool got the goal. Usually you're feeling like, we're going to go and win this. 5 minutes later, I'm like, we're going to fucking lose this. What is this little lapse in concentration that we've got going on, Mo? Because they were there to be beating Chelsea. They're not a great side.
And do you know what? Before the game, when you look at their defence, you're thinking, yeah, these are for the taking. And then that defence got even worse during the game. So, like, how we never took advantage of that is mental. But the thing is, you just can't lose that game. Surely, you just can't lose that game. It's criminal. Like, okay, the Galatasaray one, take it on the chin. It happens, like a dodgy pen and hostile atmosphere or whatever else. Even Crystal Palace, I'll be honest with you, lad, we deserved to lose that game because we were terrible. We were disgusting in that first half. Chelsea, although they were good in parts, I feel like overall we were probably the better team at certain moments, especially in the first half. I don't think they created too many chances, nor did we, to be fair. We didn't get a shot on target. But, lad, I could not believe when that second goal went in. It was criminal, some of the things that happened. It was how easy they broke through our press. We was talking about that before. But I feel like this has been a common theme, a common problem that we've had throughout the whole season. And I've got my own thoughts on why our press is so bad. I don't know if you want me to go into that now or...
No, yeah. Well, we're going to go through it all because just before we carry on, what I want to do is, so for on this show, I think it's a great opportunity to go into a bit more in depth, not just talk about Chelsea, because if I talk about Chelsea, I'll lose my fucking head. But I want to talk to you. We'll have a brief on the Chelsea game. Yeah. And I want to talk about us this season. Because I think there's a lot of discussions, certainly in our fan base. They want to talk and open up about what's going on. Adam in particular, because I know Mo wants to go into depth, so I'll come back to him in a sec.
Yeah.
But let's start this off then, because I want you two to, interchange between this. We were talking about it before, and I was watching the Redmen TV do the deep dive. I'm sure you boys are aware about it with Josh Williams and Chris.
Yeah.
And for the first goal, Liverpool are wide open. Adam, you mentioned before, Gakpo could have helped Maka out. Instead of he was more worried he became worried about Gusto and not Caicedo. And long and behold, Adam, fucking Caicedo puts it in the top corner. These are structural fucking deficiencies, aren't they?
It's structural, also decision making and switching off. That has been the pattern of the whole season. I think that's how we've conceded so many goals, of switching off our own mistakes. And I think we're seeing that goal, the first goal, and I think Mo can say one thing about it. I think I could say one thing, and then I think you could, Ben. I think there's 3 or 4 things we could do differently for that goal in general. Yeah. And then it's frustrating. It's frustrating because you're seeing, I think Gakpo should be coming across to Gakpo. I think the left centre half's got the ball. You move across with the play. I think, and then McAllister can move across the ball. Like, can go to the
He should be in the middle of the pitch, shouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Should be in the middle of the pitch and let him go to the right back. That's my opinion. Playing footy at a Sunday League level, I think you go across and you mark your players, you move across the pitch, and let the fullbacks have the ball, because then you can sprint out and get to and then you do the press. But then there's other parts where I think Mo will mostly say the same. Of like, McAllister's quite slow, like reaction wise. It's not good enough, and it's just a pattern of all the games, I think, now. And I was trying to be optimistic with all them last minute goals, thinking, "Oh, we're fucking champions." That it's starting to worry me now.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And like, Mo, you couldn't have asked for a worst fucking couple of results early. 5 winners, and then we get done twice by last minute goals, and 2 of them in the league, Mo. Look, I'll be honest, I'm sure you're the same. I can deal with getting beat. I can deal with getting beat in the Champions League. It's not a problem. There's enough games there for us. We can focus on the home games if we have to. Do you know what I mean? It's not too, it's one of them. And the awkwardness of the aways fall between big home games anyway. But when I'm watching Liverpool be so fragile and not standing up with the stature that they have, that's hard for me to watch. Like, for instance, we've had many chats on the shows we've done together on the Anfield Index and stuff. I feel like some of the Liverpool players this year have showed weakness, Mo. Certainly, for instance, the likes of Cody. Like, Mac is not fast. Cody's a big lad. He should be fucking slotting and helping him out there. Bearing in mind, Liverpool can't keep going a goal down, can they? You mentioned it just then.
Yeah, it's what we went 1-0 down in the first 20 minutes in the last 3 games, haven't we? So like, whatever game plan we had before the match started goes out the window as soon as you go 1-0 down. Like, you need to start thinking again what our tactics are. I think Adam perfectly summed it up, that first goal. But like, I just want to stress on McAllister again. Like, you got beat with like a body frame from Caicedo, who's unbelievable on the night.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable on the night. He got beat by him, but it was the reaction of McAllister. Like, he was genuinely walking. Like, genuinely, he was just walking towards Caicedo instead of rushing towards him, trying to get a slide tackle in, trying to do anything. And like, you're seeing all these idiots on Twitter, like, taking screenshots of Van Dijk and his positioning. Like, they haven't got a clue about football whatsoever. Are you being serious? Would you expect your centre back to rush out? No, you don't do that.
Leave the hole for the fucking ball to go in behind him.
They're daft, honestly. They're so daft. But like, if you're Van Dijk's position, you're going to allow Caicedo to take a shot from there, because the chances of him scoring are quite slim. The shot has to be perfect, but lo and behold, the shot was absolutely perfect. It was wonderful. But the thing is, McAllister, genuinely, I can't fault anyone else but McAllister for that goal. Why are you walking? Why are you not sprinting like a madman to try and get that ball back? And the fact Caicedo had so much time to set himself up for the shot, place his foot ready, swing, like everything, he had all the time in the world to take that shot. It was mental.
It's like he had the whole fucking pitch to himself, wasn't it?
He had all day. But like, it's been an ongoing theme all season. Like, I feel like, as you just said, Ben, I feel like our players have been very fragile, very timid in regards to like getting themselves stuck into like tackles and situations. But I feel like it spins back to like the way we're playing in terms of like the positioning. I think Szoboszlai is vital to that midfield if you want to like have a little bit more authority in midfield, someone who's going to be a little bit of a cruncher. But last season, Szoboszlai was playing in kind of like a 2-10 position with Diaz.
Yeah.
Him and Diaz were like 2 false nines, and them two were our pressing triggers. Them two would start the press, and literally everything else would revolve around them two. That would allow the midfield to push up. That would allow our defenders to push up. And
we were so high up as a team, weren't we?
That's what I'm saying.
Dead high up.
Look at that goal that we scored, how deep we were. It's mental. Yeah. But because the attack doesn't press no more. Szoboszlai now is playing like a right back, which I just hate. Maybe he is a good right back, but I hate it. His best position is midfield. And we were just talking about it before. Where in midfield is his best position? I don't know, but it's not right back for me. And then Diaz is gone as well. And now the lads that we've got who've replaced that position, they're not the best in terms of like pressing. You got Wirtz there, albeit he does do a lot of running. He's not the most physical person. He's not going to get himself stuck into like a lot of pressing situations. And Isaac just doesn't look like the type of player that will press. Gakpo's the same. Salah's the same. So now you've got 3 players in your attacking position that just don't press, and that is a big worry.
Yeah. I think this guy Emmanuel's just obviously talking about Van Dijk. Mo, just go through it again. I'm with you. I think Van Dijk's doing the right thing. Do you know what Van Dijk was doing? The exact same thing he'd done to Sissoko at Anfield, with Sissoko was coming through on goal, and Van Dijk backing off. He never launched in. Do you know that ball gets slotted in behind Van Dijk? He's going to get more shit for that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Van Dijk can't take his own fucking position out. The midfielder meant to close that down. So look, it's a mixed opinion fucking thing. Mo is in the building as well. Shout out, smash the like, subscribe, up the fucking Reds. You know the score, lad. Yeah, Adam. Mo brings up good points there. Where's the press gone? It's definitely left a bit, hasn't it, from the front line? They look too pedestrian like Liverpool. And it certainly makes a difference. I said to you off air, we haven't pressed properly for a long, long time, have we?
No. Do you know, I'd like to say, though, as well, with I think we've all been guilty of it the past week or so, saying, let's get that midfield back in. It didn't work on Saturday.
No.
That midfield that everyone's been crying out for didn't work. One, I think it most probably was the worst that out of all the games, that three. Because I agree with you, Mo, about the Szoboszlai stuff in last season and all that. Where was the press though on Saturday from Szoboszlai? What is he tired, or is he just forgot how to play there because he's been playing right back? I didn't see any running from Szoboszlai, to be honest with you. I thought he was quite non-existent until he went right back. And then, so I think we were saying before, wasn't we, of like, it's all right having one or two out of form players, but when you've got 6 or 7, that means you're in a bad place. You're in a bad place. And I feel like that's what we are at the minute. Well, pains me to say, like.
Yeah, it's, this is like, I think where people, some people are too positive, think you're automatically going to win the league. Then you get the ones who are too negative, fucking slot shit, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I do think he has made a couple of mistakes, Mo. Certain ones has been putting certain players in positions. I've had debates recently with a few people, and this has nothing to do with the players' playing qualities. But I think Szoboszlai gives the manager a bit of a problem. And what I mean by that is not because of how good he can be, but the fact is they don't know where to put him. And I think Jurgen Klopp had the same issues. Where's his best fit? He's so influential on the team when he's really on top. But if he's playing at right back, you're not gaining anything out of him, Mo, are you? Because you can't expect him to go from the fucking right back all the way to pressing the goalkeeper. That's what he wants to do, Mo, isn't it? He wants to be pushing from the front. If he's not there, then he just becomes an ordinary player. And you don't want him to do that. He's the engine of the team, Mo, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Oh, 1,000%. As I was saying to you before, he's basically Henderson, in my opinion. He's the Henderson regen. So, like, I don't want to see Henderson playing right back. I would want to see Szoboszlai playing right back. And I think you made the valid point, like, before, like, look, there's some people online that are saying, slot this, slot that, slot that. He's not immune to criticism. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I'm heavily critical about him and his decisions that he's made. One of them being, why, like, pick a right back for starters. You bought Frimpong and you've got Bradley. I don't like either of them. I don't think either of them are good enough. But at the end of the day, you've got to pick one of them and just play them, full stop. Make that decision. Same if he's trying to bed in Frimpong into that position. I don't understand how that works because, like, with Kerkez, he's just flown him straight in. Do you know what I mean? Like, Kerkez is one that I've been heavily critical of, Ben, and I think you probably know by now, like, how critical I've been of him. But, like, I'm not going to even speak on Kerkez because I hate being too harsh on the player. Like, now everyone's opened their eyes about him. And I wish I wasn't right, but unfortunately I was. But, like, with Kerkez, I always expected him to just be bombing up and down that left-hand side. That's how I thought it would work. But now I've got him, like, he's, like, inverting as, like, a third centre-back, which I just find strange. And then he's just straight away being thrown into the team instead of Robertson. Like, where's Robertson gone? Like, give him some games. Maybe Robertson's not the best, and he was at fault for that second goal because he ran the length of the pitch and then he ran back and he was tired. He's finished. There's a lot of problems with Slot this season that he needs to figure out. So Szoboszlai is one of them. His right back position's another. He needs to figure out. He can't just drop first. You bought him for 115 million. So play him in the best position. Yeah, you got to play him. Play him in the 10, and he's class.
In the big games as well. Play
him in every game. He has to play there. That's his position. 10.
That's something that has pissed me off with Slot. I feel like he keeps letting them down a bit because do you know what, Mo? I was like in that Chelsea game. I was like, you do not take him out that side.
Nah.
And long and behold, the team comes in and he comes out, and I'm like, why have you fucking done that again?
Mm.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Was it the last podcast I did with you? And I was saying he was going to play him on the left just to get them all in. Just to get them all in.
He didn't even play at all.
Even that disappointed me, yeah. They
That
didn't
was
even play
horrible.
at all. They didn't play at all. So I was like, oh, that's a good start.
I know
Okay.
he tried it against Palace, didn't it? Like with Bates, but
Yeah,
it wasn't even like left wing. It was like this weird left 10,
Box through the middle of the
like
pitch,
this little
wasn't it?
box thing.
a little box, and I was like, why would you play it into their hands?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
They've
Like,
got
you know,
wing
Palace.
backs.
Yeah,
Got wing backs.
it's like, honestly, what was that? Like, Crystal Palace is just gonna pack that midfield, and what did we decide to do? We decided to, instead of playing the left winger, bring in the left 10.
We made it more packed.
He made it more packed, and I was, what do you expect? No wonder when Gekpo came on, they looked a little bit more stretched. And I'm not Gekpo's biggest fan, but lad, at least he's a left winger.
I know.
This is it, and I think this comment from Ross is, you know, he said, "Do you think Slot could be overthinking these games instead of focusing on our own game?" I think he's overthinking this. Do you know what, Mo? You know, speaking to Adam privately and a couple of the lads that come on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm looking the way we're handling the team this year, and it feels like he's just trying to give everyone a run out. Yeah. And it's not the way to be doing it. You need to play your best team. I don't think he knows his best team just yet, as we've seen by all the fucking games up to now. Yeah. You know, we've said it on many shows, Adam, same on ours. At the end of the day, I've always thought we were at our best when you had a good idea of what the Liverpool 11 would be. I could not tell you what our next team's going to be. Even at Anfield, I have no fucking clue. So I do think he is overthinking it. Gary's talking about Szoboszlai, right side at 8 is his position.
Just to go back to that Ross's point, I think Slot's in his own head because last year he was talking about like how his players were goosed in the second half of the season and that like he didn't have the players to rotate. But now I feel like he's gone so far over to the other side of the spectrum where you don't know, as Ben just said, you don't know who's going to be in the team. Everyone's getting chopped and changed. Like Konate's been disgustingly bad this season. He's been shocking. But there's a little bit of sympathy for him because every single 45 minutes he's got a new right back. Like, how can you build every 20 minutes? Like, how can you build any chemistry whatsoever?
No, you can't.
You can't. At least stick with someone, and then maybe he can build a bit of chemistry. Mate, it's just maybe it will benefit us in the second half of the season. Maybe when he knows
we've got to get there first, and that's how I think you've got to get there. Shout out to LB in the house as always.
LB, lad.
Mo was saying here, from pressing, we've gone from pressing monsters in Nunes, Diaz, and RIP Jota to passive pressers, Mo, Gakpo, and Isak. Slot subs lately have been strange and at unhelpful timings. Adam, we've spoke about this recently.
Yeah.
That's
the main, isn't it? Main problem, Ben, of timings. The timings of them.
It's too fucking early. 3 of them coming in and shit like that.
Yeah. Too early, too many at the same time. Like I remember, standard football when we were growing up. You'd know if you brought too many subs on at the same time, it'd fuck up like you watch a pre-season game or you watch an international game. How crap was it? Yeah, when we used to bring 7 subs on, and it'd be like this game's shit. Yeah. And it's I think it's quite simple, and he's bringing 3 subs on after like 58 minutes the other day, and I was like. Yeah. What are you doing, lad? What are you doing? Like, we were just starting to get in the game a little bit, and I don't know, just like you said there, Mal, build some chemistry with the players. Like, let's get used to the games. Like, I don't know, he's making so many mistakes at the minute. Like, well, this past week, let's say that, where I'm noticing it, I'm noticeably more now, and I'm starting to question him, saying, "Come on, mate. Like, I think all these fans aren't wrong. Like, we can't be."
I just don't get it as well, like because last season he was criticised for not rotating and not making substitutions. Well, he would make the right substitutions at the right time, but then this season it's the complete opposite. It's constant rotation, and he's making the weirdest substitutions. To the life of me, I don't understand why he brought on Endo. Genuinely, I want to sit down with him and just ask him, what was you thinking bringing on Endo? Was you trying to get a point? Look, did you see their defense at the end?
Yeah, I've got a theory of why I think he did. And I said to Ben at the start before, I think that was the point where I realised he's feeling the pressure. Yeah. He's feeling the pressure of, we've just lost 2 games in a row. Let's just bail out of here with a point. And it was the first time he's done that in a year, since his tenure started.
Yeah.
And it was the thing that I was criticising Arteta about the other week on here.
That's what I mean.
And it was the first time he did that, and I was a bit like, "Oh, let's."
But if you're
Sound
going to
like
shut
Gary
up
Neville then.
shop,
Sound like Gary Neville then. Oh.
if you're going to shut up shop, do it properly.
Do it properly.
He
Yeah.
became more open. How the fuck does that happen?
That makes no sense.
But I just think, like, obviously, yeah, well, we'll go to Liverpool's goal. So obviously, a substitution that I don't think should have happened. I think he should have left Isak on. Bear in mind, it's an international break. I thought he could have seen the game out, Mo. He creates a goal. Cody Gakpo gets the finish. And I thought Liverpool were going to build upon it. Then, long and behold, we had a spell of about 10 minutes, and I thought, fuck me, we've woken up here.
Yeah.
Finally, the Reds are coming into it. Because they did. At one point, you see Robbo flying down. I thought Robbo was great going forward. He was terrible going back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I thought he was wonderful when he came on, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because he was fucking. He looked like the player. I personally think Kirk has looked all right. And I know people are suspect a bit Moreno like, etc. But I don't think he's really put a foot wrong. The problem is, you're not going to help these lads if you keep bringing them on and off. It's never going to fucking work. Mo, I've said to Adam, these are young players. If you're going to bring them in and out, you're going to lose fucking confidence. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But then we start attacking. That the Endo sub comes into it, and I'll be honest, Florian Wirtz comes into that game, and I thought he was by far the best player on the pitch.
100.
The Endo sub. This is what I couldn't get my head around. We absolutely killed the Wirtz substitution by the Endo sub because nobody could pass him the fucking ball. Yeah. And then he's running around chasing the ball again. And it's like, we do not know what to do with a number 10, Mo.
Yeah. I think we haven't played with a number 10 since Coutinho as well.
And he wasn't even in this fucking number 10 position.
He wasn't. He was off the left. Yeah, he was off the left. I mean, the Endo one, going back to him, like, he's always been slow, but what bloody hell, he looked like a snail against Chelsea. Like, he genuinely looked like he couldn't even walk. Like, he had crutches or something. Like, I've never seen someone so slow in my life. So, like, what if you're gonna? Oh, mate, I still don't understand that.
He's broke you.
What did you say, Ben, about Enzo running around on the pitch the other day? You had just like, well, what did you say?
I can't remember what I said.
He said it's like he had a turtle head out his ass.
He was turtling out of his fucking undies, lads. Yeah.
Well, I love him as well. With his little gum shields and that. Like, he's an awful footballer, let's be honest.
All that shit though was funny. Now it's not, is it? When
you lose it 3 in a row, lad, you don't want to see it. No, I'll be honest with you. It's the last player I want to see. He
looks like he shit himself running around the Stamford Bridge.
Oh nah, God bless him, man. I love him and that. He seems like a really nice person, but bloody hell.
You're all right. Well, you are right. I think there's time and a place when you play him. I think you play Endo when you're 3-1 up.
Yeah. I'm more than happy with that.
And there's 2 minutes to go. And there's 2 minutes to go.
In extra time.
But that's what he did though last season. He literally did bring him on like the last 5 minutes of every game and just let him kick people. That's all he did. And then
that's how he changed that. When you
it was strange. Very strange.
Like as you just said, Adam, before, I've been very critical of Arteta, saying that he always settles for the draw, brings on defensive midfielders, etc. Do you know what I mean? He came to Anfield to get a point. I can't be a hypocrite now and say Slot brought on Endo. He's doing the exact same thing. He was going for the points. I don't want to see my manager doing that. I want to see my manager trying to get that 3 points. Do you know what I mean?
We still wanted to go for 3 points, but made the wrong. Why did Chiesa not come into the game instead?
That was the sub. The sub right there was Chiesa. Chiesa probably should have came on a long time ago instead of Gakpo.
Yeah, like, 10 minutes before.
Yeah, like, I just don't know what it is with Gakpo. I've never, being honest, I've never really rated him, but he hasn't been really bad. He wasn't really bad against Chelsea, but at the same time, it just pisses me off. I don't know what it is.
He got the goal. It's the lack of being effective, I think, with Cody. And, Cody's a good player. I think he's more of a squad player for me.
Yeah, 100%.
I think where we've lacked is they do miss Diaz. You could say they probably miss Trent as well massively with firing the ball into players. We're too slow and a bit pedestrian, like as we've just said. Yeah. But I think for me, what I loved about Diaz was, say for instance, Liverpool were under the cosh. He was good at getting you up the pitch and winning a foul. You could reset and go from there. Before you know it, you're in their half. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
When you're watching Gakpo do it, you know what he's going to do. And I think teams are fucking up. Any team with a brain is onto it. Adam, they then obviously get the goal, right? And I've had a little bit of a fucking tiff with people on social media because I thought for the goal Mo Salah was fucking terrible. He just watched Cucurella just run past. Players like, do you know what? I know how effective Mo is, like, and I said online, he should be dropped, right? But I'm talking, it's not about what he's done previously. I know how fucking good Mo is. I go to games, I see it all the fucking time, like you boys.
Yeah.
But I can't deal with it if he's just going to walk around. It doesn't matter who you are, right? The fact is, he's not Lionel fucking Messi at Barcelona where they just left him. Mo still has to get stuck in. We're in a tougher fucking league, for instance, you know what I mean? You heard Cucurella after the game, he said, we targeted that Mo Salah side.
Yeah. Do you know as well, like with the Salah thing, is people are saying, but he never chased back last season. He did chase back last season, because I remember like the City game, and there was a game at home as well, and it was off a corner, and I remember him running back and making like a last ditch tackle, you'd say. But like the City game away, we worked our plums off for that game. I remember Salah running back, and Szoboszlai was on the floor where's that gone? Like, Like, Salah there, like, there's like plenty. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rooney on Match of the Day. Yeah. And he was showing all like the gaps behind Salah. And you're like, that's lazy, that Salah. Like, come on, mate. Like, what's happened? Like, see, like, you're not interested and just pass the ball to me over here and I'll do something. It's fucking crap at the minute, to be honest with you. It's really crap at the minute.
Because you can't have a passenger Mo in this league for any team. Certainly not us. I said to Adam before, I said, if we thought it was tough last year, it's going to be worse this year. It's going to be very tough because everyone wants to beat us. They're celebrating like it's a cup final, Mo. So you're going to be playing games where you feel like you only fucking got 10 players on the pitch from the beginning. You're in for a fucking tough campaign. And we know what Mo is. Mo's an unbelievable player. Could he be coming to the end of it? Potentially, he's 33. It's the way football fucking goes, Mo, unfortunately. The best of the best always fucking, have a sloppy start. But like Zach said here, 34 conceded in 25. No, that's not good enough.
It's not. And just to touch on Salah, like, time waits for no man, do you know what I mean? But the thing is with, like, especially in that game and with that goal, and I 100% agree with you, Ben, like, he was just ridiculous, letting Cucurella just run off him. Dig deep. In those kind of moments, you don't want to just get stuck in, dig deep. You're one of the senior players in the team. Yeah. You're one of the most experienced players, and you are arguably our best player. Not even arguably, you are our best player, and you're the most effective player. But he has been shocking all season so far, if I'm being honest. Like, against Chelsea, he had ample opportunities to find the pass to, like, a Gakpo or a Isaac, or even try and take the player on and try and do something effective. He just kept on going for that shot to the far post continuously. Yeah. It's like, just swerve that. Try and find Isaac. Try and find Gakpo or Vert. Try and play some football, do you know what I mean? But it's the lack of, like, there's zero, like, pressing. There's zero running. There's zero, like, I don't know. With Salah, it's really frustrating me because I love Salah. Same with you guys. Like, we all love Salah. We know how effective he is. And he's arguably one of the most effective players in the Premier League, arguably after Haaland. But when he's playing like that, he's a passenger. And we just can't have that. We can't have that. Especially now that our next game against United, I want him digging deep, and just because they're going to try and, like the same way that they played against us last season, they're going to try and hit us on loads of counter-attacks. Yeah. So when those counter-attacks do come, I want Salah flying back as fast as he possibly can to whoever the right back is, whoever he picks for this game. Like, just fly back and support that right back and go forwards and backwards all game. I don't care if you goosed at the end. I want you on the floor, like, literally, like, finding it hard to breathe. Like, that's how hard you've tried. Do you know what I mean? But I've got no problems with Salah. I know that he's going to get us goals. I know he's going to get us assists. But I need something extra right now, especially when we're playing poorly.
If you're going to say Salah's not the problem, you need to back it up, because the problem is, no one's saying he's the problem, but he's a problem for the team if he's not going to fucking get round the pitch. Because ultimately, these are smart teams, Adam, aren't they? These managers aren't fucking soft in the league. You heard Cucurella saying, we knew we weren't going to chase back. So if he's not going to do that, then he becomes a big problem, doesn't he? We know what he's going to give you. He's going to score goals, but he's gone back to his couple of fucking seasons ago where when he wasn't in the mood for it, sloppy shot. And he's better than that. We know he is.
Yeah, well, he said last season, didn't he? I've had a chat with Slot. I don't have to get back as much because I've guaranteed that I'll have numbers at the end of the season. He's not doing that part now.
Yeah.
So he's, as you say, he's not backing up his argument of I don't need to get back because, and that lad there who just said he's not the problem. I think he is. I actually think he is, and this is we all love Salah, we really do, but all the new players who came in, he has got that aura of it's Mo Salah, so let's just pass the ball out to Salah. At every moment we go on a counter attack, the ball goes to Salah every single time.
Every time, yeah.
And then it's actually harming us if he's not doing it, not producing, because then the attack breaks down, and then we've got 4 players attacking, then we're getting done on the counter attack.
By the time he passes the ball over, they're already sat in their back four, then, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So when he's playing bad, he is a problem because he's our main man, and he is. So when he's not playing well, it's not like don't drop him. It's more, can we sub him? Can we just sub him and let him know that you're not playing well enough, Mo? Do you know what I mean? It's just letting him know.
Player should be fucking immune from being fucking sub.
Yeah.
I know Callum's saying here he scored 2 today. He scored.
He scored against Djibouti. Let's not do this.
I reckon
They're my people. The north of my country.
Fucking Djibouti. Oh, that's
I was probably playing centre back. I swerved that, lad.
Fucking Djibouti. Oh, God, lad. But look, Salah's not the only one. And this is where I want to move into this.
Yeah, fact.
I'm going to come to this, right? When McAllister is a problem. Before we go into some of the key players, what's the panel's socials? I'll put them in the chat when I'm doing the stuff. There's some of the boys are on screen, so I'll take it off now. Man's on man. Adam, what's your social?
I need to lash man on.
Not to waste the time, you lads. But do you know what? In the meantime, I want to come to you with this one, Mo.
Yeah, go on.
Me and Adam have talked about this because obviously, with regards to the signings, I personally don't think Arne Slot would have made that many. I think it's the club have stacked it up for him a bit this year, and maybe they do see it as a bit of a potentially a bit of a transition, but they'll expect results straight away, Mo. If you're going to spend 450 million, you've got to be coming up with the goods. Certainly of the calibre of players. But I just think he's trying too hard with the team, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
he's signing. Not all of them should be having to start every week, which a lot of them have.
I know, and that's what I was saying. Like, there's a lot of square pegs and round holes currently. Yeah. Like, he doesn't know where a lot of players' best positions are. Yeah. Spending 450 million, not just the board, but even the manager, the players, the fans, everyone's expectations is minimum a title. Like, we need to win the league minimum. That's the first time I've ever seen my club spend this much money. Yeah. We have to win the league. That's the bare minimum. Do you know what I mean? That's the bare minimum. On top of that, in my opinion, we should win a cup. But let's just start with the league. So we need to win this league this season. But now he needs to figure out his team. Someone's just put a comment, Gary, saying that Jones instead of Mac. And I 1,000% agree with that.
I'm waiting on that.
Because right now, McAllister, the way he's playing, he is arguably our biggest problem. He is treating the ball like a hot potato. He looks like he can't run. He looks goosey. His fitness is basically not there. He can't pass the ball 5-10 yards. At least with Jones, when he comes on, I know that he's going to keep the ball. He's not going to lose the ball, and he's going to find the pass. Yeah. That's all we need right now. We need somebody who can calm the play down in midfield, not like rush the ball as if though it's like on fire and it's about to just calm down with it. And
type of shit.
Hot potato, yeah. I feel like Jones is the only one who can do that. I've said earlier about Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch is wonderful, but his passing ability is not the best. I feel like Jones can. McAllister is the greatest. Like, yin and yang to Gravenberch. I feel like they worked well with each other. Well. Yeah, because McAllister last season definitely because he finds the passes. But with McAllister playing in this way, he needs to get dropped. Jones needs to come in. McAllister needs to sort his head out. And when he's ready, come back into the team. I don't want to see Szoboszlai playing in that role because he's a lover who treats the ball like a hot potato. Yeah. If, in my opinion, and I know Slot this is probably keeping him up at night. His best team, it doesn't include Szoboszlai. Genuinely. Because I don't think Szoboszlai.
They're all on it, you're right. You are right. Because he'd go with Mac and Grav, wouldn't he?
Mac and Grav and then Bates.
Yeah, the plan, I think, and I've said this to Ben, and Ben agrees, the plan in the summer was to replace Szoboszlai when we signed Bates.
Yeah.
That was the plan. And because he's played well, better than the rest, he's got no choice to play him now. He has
I
to
know.
play.
But on the flip side of that,
is, and that's
he's like very critical to the team as well because he's the only one who looks like he's got legs.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
how do you drop him? So like, that's the conundrum that he has.
If he drops him, all the fans are gonna be like, "Wow, what are you doing? He's the only one who runs."
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do think he's a problem for us. Like,
but then if you play him, he doesn't really know what to do with the ball.
This is what I said.
Where'd you play him?
This is what I was saying to a few of our friends who follow the show on social media and what have you. I said he is a bit of a problem for the team because they struggle to use him correctly, and I do think it is. I think if you're going to play him right back, it's a step. Because this is what I was trying to say. One of the things that I think Arnie's got wrong recently is I think he's played the right backs out of form. Because if they were just settled a bit, I've not seen them look so bad for fucking a long time. They're on par with fucking what Trent did against Man United. The pair of them, because they look atrocious at times. And Adam, we've had this discussion. I know some of the lads in the group, they don't rate Frimpong as much, right? I know Mark doesn't rate Frimpong. I don't see it as much personally. I think before that injury, he looked all right. For me, I think he'd be the better out of the two. I'm not a big fan of Bradley. Maybe that's his issue, is that he's always injured. But ultimately, if you're always injured, you're going to lose your place. And I think Frimpong deserves a go. Don't think he's really put a foot wrong. The big thing that's pissed me off with, in particular, on some of our new signings is they've got to handle Wirtz better, Adam. You can't be buying him as a number 10, taking him out the side, putting fucking him on the left. It's just not going to work, is it? And then he come into that game the other day. He was the best player on the pitch.
I know. He changed the game in 30 seconds. Salah should score. Salah should score that flick. With the Wirtz thing, it's just play him. Everyone can see that he's going to be a top player. Everyone can. If you don't think that he's going to be brilliant, then I don't know what you're watching, because he's got everything. And just keep playing him in his number 10. It will come good. It will come good. He will be fine. It's the two behind. He needs to sort that out first. He needs, like you say, a Jones maybe with Gravenberch, and let's see if Maka can get fit. Because when Maka and Gravenberch are on it, they were brilliant last season, and they both will bring the best out of it eventually. But what he's got to work out is at the minute is let's get them settled behind Wirtz first. Let's just have them sitting there and let Wirtz just free roll it, and that's what he's got to do. None of this like box to box Gravenberch, box to box Szoboszlai, everywhere. We're a bit everywhere. We're a bit everywhere at the minute.
I don't know what shape we are, and we're supposed to be a 4-2.
I don't anymore. I actually don't anymore.
The one that I hate is this Gravenberch box to box thing.
I know.
Just swerve that immediately. Just make him the sit and six.
He's supposed to be holding the fucking team together in the middle of the park.
He was brilliant last season, doing it.
No. And then he came out after the Everton game, and albeit he was class against Everton in that first half, and he scored a wonderful goal. Yeah. But then he came out and said, "Oh, I've been given the license to run more forwards." I don't want to hear that. No.
Yeah, I don't.
Just sit back and hold.
So who's the number 6 then?
No one.
He's the 6. Yeah.
Pretty much it's no one. And just going back to your point about Frimpong, I can't believe what I want to understand what was the reason in buying him, because I don't know about you lads, against Galatasaray, my jaw dropped when I seen Frimpong playing right wing and then Szoboszlai playing right back.
I did.
I couldn't believe it.
It blew my mind, to be fucking fair.
Just couldn't. Because the thing is, as you said, Ben, we haven't really seen that much of Frimpong at right back. Yeah. And when he has played at right back, he's looked decent. Not looked amazing, but he's looked decent. Yeah. One of the games was against Atletico Madrid, and surprise, that was Salah's best game for us all season.
Yeah, exactly, Mo. Exactly.
So maybe there's a little connection there that we could build on with Frimpong and Salah.
Why aren't we fucking building on it then?
I don't get it. Like, especially against Galatasaray. Honestly, when that lineup came out, I was like, wow, that's a bit weird. Szoboszlai playing right wing. And then when the game started, my jaw dropped. I just genuinely couldn't believe it.
So Slot, I watched the press conference and he gave an explanation about that,
Did he? What did he say?
So his thing was, right, that he'd watched their left winger, the Galatasaray winger, and he'd played a lot inside. So he wanted Szoboszlai to follow him. So because he's a midfielder, he'll be comfortable inside. But then he switched it and let him go around the wing. And that's why Slot was like, a lot of teams do change it around us. And you're like...
But Adam, don't you find that a problem as well? Like, we're looking into how other teams play. Why don't we play our football?
Exactly.
Well,
that's
what I was
about
about
to
how
say.
we play. Sorry, go on.
That's what I was about to say of Ross's comment of he's overthinking it. He's overthinking everything. Just
let them fucking worry about us.
Exactly, Ben.
We're the team that spent 450 million or something. Let them worry about us. You know what I mean?
Not even that, lad. We're the fucking champions of England.
And the
lads.
champions,
best team. Fucking the best
The
league. in
biggest,
fucking
most
world.
successful team in the whole of England, playing in the hardest league in the world.
And
Like,
we're
let them
worried
worry
about
us.
Galatasaray, for fuck's sake.
Animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't like that. Another thing that I want to go into, because we've gone into, I'll go through some of the comments actually. Gary's saying Slotter's misusing words, and I believe he is myself, but I'm sure he'll fix it. Steve Chip saying performances up front need improvements as well as Wirtz could have had a few assists already. I think he's been so unlucky with the fucking assists myself. Nick saying we need to just be consistent play for Frimpong at right back, Kerkers at left back. Far too much rotation in the back line. I believe that's a big problem for Liverpool, the rotation. And obviously Slot needs to sort himself out over this break, making some crazy decisions so far. This is what I mean. The overthinking it is playing a big factor. Gary's saying Liverpool lack identity and balls.
Can I just say one more thing about the right back position? Like, this sounds mad, but I genuinely think our best right back is Gomez, but we just can't play him there.
Well, he is.
He is, yeah.
We can't play him there.
Lad, he's one of the best fucking centre halves in England when he's fucking fit, lad, as well.
And he's a very good right back as well.
Yeah,
like, I genuinely think when you look at that squad, he is probably our best right back, but we can't play him there because if we do play him, he's guaranteed to get injured, and then we've got no centre back cover. And then it's Endo playing centre half.
Shut the doors.
I know. And then we'd have every midfielder playing at the back eventually.
Lad, we finished that game with two.
We'll be left back and everything by the end of the fucking season.
We finished that Chelsea game with two of our best midfielders of the season. Like, that just in no world could that be normal. That should
That was
never
like what happened with Klopp in the COVID season. We had fucking centre mids at the back, and I understand it, but ultimately, Liverpool shouldn't be doing. Not when you've spent that much money. We should be.
You know what it is? That Leone injury, that was a massive blow.
Yeah,
because I genuinely think at this point he'll probably be in the team, considering the way Konate's been playing.
He'd have been playing by now.
He would have played.
I think he would have played again. I think he was a shoo-in to play against Galatasaray. Like, guaranteed. Like, before the season even started, he was probably guaranteed that first away Champions League match. Do you know what I mean? Like, Leone was probably guaranteed that match. And then he probably would have shown some real good class in that match and maybe put himself into, like, contention to play against Chelsea. Maybe not start because, Premier League game.
Yeah.
But
he looked really good on the ball as well. And I was going to ask you this, of like, I'm trying to think of last season. I don't remember Konate having the ball as much as he has this season.
Yeah.
On the ball. Have we changed? Well, yeah, and he let him have the ball, because I would as well. But, like, has he changed that of, like, the midfielders not coming to get the ball? Like, he's letting Konate and Van Dijk push up with the ball and our midfielders running away from him.
Watch us carefully next time, Do you know the gap between our two centre-backs? There should be a midfield in that gap, a DM or a player in that gap.
Should be just dropping in a bit.
There's no one there.
There's no one there, is he?
It's weird. Empty. It's empty. It's weird. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're pushed up. Maybe they got the
I think he was one of the best for that. And I think that's why they need Curtis Jones to come back in. Because Curtis will go to the ball instead of fucking, ball watching it at time. Yeah. But I'm surprised, though, because when we were doing our discussions earlier on, few shows ago before the league started, this was the talk coming out of the club. They wanted to split the centre halves and Gravenberch to drop back in. This is what I mean. We've kind of lost our touch a little bit. We've lost our way. We're not thinking properly on the tactics, and this is what I wanted to move into.
We're hardened, I think that's what it is, Ben.
They look shit scared out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Mo first. Mo, the formation is a talking point at the minute. 4-2-3-1. I'll be honest, in my opinion, I've never always been the biggest fan of a 4-2-3-1. The reason why I say that is it's very top heavy, isn't it? You play basically playing with four attackers. I don't think we have the midfield too balanced right to be able to secure it, and that's where I think we're getting caught open. Do you remember at times with Klopp, he predominantly was 4-3-3, but now and again when shit hit the fan, he'd change it up a bit to 4-2-3-1, and it never worked. And I think it brings out a slow, sluggish play. Because I think, do you know what? For the perfect 4-2-3-1, you need like a Casado next to it, Gravenberch. Someone that can get about. And I don't think we are as much. You've just been talking about it there with regards to Maka for the goal. Bit slow, not getting out there. If you look at the above, down at the picture, there is no Liverpool midfield. And when we heard, Gravenberch kind of grass slot up saying, well, he's giving me more of a free roll. That's not really what you want to hear, especially you've just told every fucker now in England and Europe that Liverpool basically aren't playing with a number 6, which is a problem. What have we talked about for weeks? Conceding goals. If there was a formation that you think would work now, from your opinion, or what we could develop into, what would you like to see?
Mate, this is the $1 million question, isn't it? Like, genuinely, it's the $1 million question, because a formation that works in my mind is that 4-2-3-1, but then everything that you just said there, I agree with. Because the reason why I think that 4-2-3-1 is the only formation we can play is because the Wirtz signing. You need to put him in that 10. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see him playing in the 8. Do you know what I mean? So 4-2-3-1. I never want to see Liverpool playing the 3-back. Like, let's just chip that off. 3 centre halves. I just don't want to see that.
It's not Liverpool. It's not Liverpool. I get the shout. I do get the shout. I get it, because we have the players, but we don't.
We've got 3 centre backs literally.
If Mark Gay was there, if Mark Gay was in the club, they could do it. If they had Gay,
Mark Gay, he's there. I never want to see Liverpool play 3 at the back.
I think it's like the United shout in it of United don't even suit playing 3 at the back. It's never been in the history of Liverpool.
I think what Gary's meaning is to fit the players we bought. Mo, you're right.
I get it.
Number 10, it causes confusion, because the only other option is you play a 3 in midfield, 4-3-3, and you play him off the sides, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what it is? Like, hindsight's a wonderful thing, yeah, but we all thought we had a wonderful summer, but I think we've created more problems than, answering the problems that we had. Because, for example, we bought Ekitike and Isaac. Now, I think both of them need to play. But does that mean we're playing a striking Ekitike on the left wing?
Yeah.
Why did we not just buy a proper left winger in that case and just stick with either Ekitike or Isaac? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
And then you look at the fullbacks. I will never understand. Genuinely, I will never understand those 2 fullbacks. What the plan was? Why did we buy Frimpong? I still don't know. And Kerkez, albeit he might grow into a very good player. We're not playing him in the position that we want to. So the players that we bought, and then this formation that we're trying to play, I don't really want to see Ekitike on the left wing, but I think that's where he will have to play when our team's fully fit and firing. Like Isaac, Ekitike, and then Wirtz, and then Salah. As you just said, Ben, that is very top heavy. That is like extremely top heavy. And then you've bought 2 fullbacks that are flying fullbacks, albeit one of them you're using as more of a defensive one. Imagine them 2 are then flying forwards. Then you're left with Gravenberch, McAllister, and your 2 centre halves, and then you're telling Gravenberch and McAllister they've got a free roaming, they can go wherever they want. So then you're leaving no protection to Konate and Van Dijk.
But we do that now, though. Because you think about it, across our team, realistically, who is the sheer defensive-minded players in the team? There's only Van Dijk and Konate. Everyone else is. Yeah. Our midfield doesn't consist really of a 6, does it? No. Gravenberch is an 8 at the end of the day. We was trying to mould him into a 6. Now we've kind of given the, a free roll position. Yeah. But ultimately, there's only 2 defensive players in the team, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And like last season's Gravenberch, we all loved him because of the position that he played. He played in that 6. He played as a DM, and he did really well. He played really well. I just don't get why we've stopped doing that. Like, we've allowed him to become like a free roaming central midfielder. Like, what's the purpose behind that? If I'm going back to like what team I want to see right now, Gravenberch in that midfield alongside Jones, because I feel like Jones is the best player on the ball.
I agree.
After McAllister, but McAllister right now, the way he's playing is disgusting. So I want to see Gravenberch and Jones, and then Wirtz in front of them. I'm sorry, Szoboszlai, there's no space for you in this team. Like, genuinely, it's as simple as that. There's no space for you. If
he comes on, that's it.
It's him or Wirtz in that position for me.
Yeah.
And then it's either McAllister or Jones in the other position, and then it's Gravenberch and, unfortunately, Endo. So there's not really a replacement for Gravenberch. It's just basically Gravenberch by himself. So if Gravenberch on Appleton, we're kind of goosed. We'll have to move McAllister there and Jones there. But I generally think it's either Szoboszlai or Wirtz, but we bought the lad for 150 million. He has to play. Get him some rhythm.
But this is it. This is where I've had debates with people recently, Mo, and some people just won't have it, because, Szoboszlai to them is a key component for Liverpool to do well. Yeah, he's a great player, but how do you get him in? I just don't know. And I think if you're going to play a midfielder at right back, then you look a fucking idiot with signing fucking right backs, and you've already got one there. What does that tell them? You you may as well just get rid of them. To be honest, if that's the route you're going to go, but ultimately then you're back to shoehorn, and I think that's the problem that it's created, the suppose line one, because like I'm pointing at my telly for some reason, but the guy's just said here 4-5-1. If I was playing the 4-5-1, suppose line the far right hand side of midfield would be the perfect role for him. Just let him go and do what he does. But I think that's the problem. I don't think he has an elite quality where it keeps. Because this is what my debate was recently. If he was an unbelievable midfielder, he wouldn't be playing right back, would he?
No chance.
You know what I mean? But at the minute, they need him because he's the only one who's showing the legs. And obviously, I don't understand the dropping of weights because he's another one who's showing that he's got the legs to get around the pitch. But Adam, Curtis Jones is a player that, I do believe is needed in the team. He's got a bit of a fucking snide about him as well. He won't be fucking scared to kick some fucker on the pitch. We need to get a scouser back in the team as well, I think. I think it's lacking something, bit of a homegrown key components for the club. Needs to have a bit of the soul back in a bit. Because it just looks a bit mismatched to me, Adam.
Yeah.
Mo was talking there about the centre-half split. 100% Curtis will go and get it. The reason why Curtis will go and get it is because he's not scared to have someone fucking right up the back of him trying to get the ball off him because he's so good at keeping hold of the ball at him.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people like to say that he keeps hold of the ball too long and all that, but at least he actually wants the fucking ball. That's a start. Yeah. So that's like you just said, he's not scared to take a bit of authority, get the ball off Van Dijk, get the ball off Kanate. I was saying to Mo before, of like, I think him and Wirtz have got a little bit of relationship going on as well. I feel like when Jones has been coming on, I feel like he's the only one who's looking for Wirtz. He's looking through the lines for Wirtz and trying to get little 1-2s with him. He's also running with the ball a lot now, which I like from Jones, getting a lot of fouls and all that type of stuff. I think he's done. I agree with Mo. Of like, he's the only one who's, and Gravenberch in a couple of games has shone a little bit for us in that midfield. So he deserves his chance 100% for me. And for the United game, he's perfect. He hasn't gone to internationals. So he's going to be fit. And then it's Man United. He'll want to win that game. He'll want to win that. And that's what we need at the minute. We need a bit of fight. And that's as well. Ekatike needs to get back on this side as well, because he's one who gives a bit of fight as well. So it's a bit of an argument, like what Mo said. Like, we don't know where to play him. We've got to try and get him on the pitch somehow. We've got to, with that Ekatike and Jones and Wirtz. Maybe just little triangles on that left-hand side would be great.
Yeah, I just want to bring up Tommy's comment here. He says, suppose like we're playing a double pivot with Gravenberch. He's been one of our better players this season. Look, in my opinion, right, he could do it. But I don't think the manager trusts the midfield of him and fucking Gravenberch together with Wirtz in front. And if that means you're going to add another midfielder in, I don't think it benefits the front line of players that we've got. Unless they're all pressing together, it's not going to work. And for instance, they can't even mate in some. Yeah, from the fucking Palace game to probably the game on the weekend, Isak's probably had about 20 touches across all of them games. And that's not fucking good enough for him. You're going to buy, let's be honest, a fucking striker that could easily bang 30 goals a season. Be lucky if he gets fucking 10 at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Because you're asking him to work on minimal support. Gary's here saying Ben correct, shoe on is one of the issues. Yeah. Tommy, I think, is talking about Jones here. He says sometimes he holds it on too long. Happened against Galatasaray.
I think it's a myth, that. I think it's an easy comment. Because everyone's saying it for years. I think it's just an easy comment for me.
And even if it is, I feel like that's something that we need right now, in a way. Like someone who just can keep the ball for a little bit.
Exactly, to not be scared to give it away.
Yeah, someone who's not scared of the ball, who can keep hold of it for a little bit, take away some pressure.
Are we not asking someone to take the sting out the game as well, Mo?
Yeah, that's what we need. We don't need this back and forth. Just someone who can calm the ball play, calm the ball down. Going back to the Szoboszlai comments about the double pivot thing, I can't see that happening because Szoboszlai's greatest quality is his pressing and the way he gets around the pitch. And if you're playing in double pivot, you're getting held back. Exactly, you're getting held back. And then when he does naturally go and do his pressing and try and roam the pitch, he's leaving a huge gap. It happened to us against Bournemouth in our first game of the season. He was playing in that double pivot alongside Gravenberch. He just went roaming. And then after that, I think he did like this weird little skill or something, which obviously it's his fault.
To no one,
he did something stupid, and then they just hit us on a crazy counter. But like, I don't really see that working. And then the only position that I can see him working is like on the right side of the 8. like right 8, if that makes sense, like on a right centre mid. But then I can't see Wirtz playing as a left centre mid with Szoboszlai. I don't think I ever want to see that, I'll be honest. Mate,
I've
honestly.
got a question for you both.
Go on.
I'll go to you first, Adam. When Mo's at the AFCON, right, would you play Dom on the right wing so that you can still use the midfielders in the centre midfield?
So I was literally about to say, should we just go to a 4-4-2 diamond?
Yeah.
Well, that was my next question, and you fucked it up.
I thought you were going to come to him before.
No. Let me do this first one I've asked you, because we will talk about that before we wrap it up. Would you not play him out there on the right?
Szoboszlai?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd play him there before Frimpong.
Who else?
Put it that way.
If you look, right, which goal was it? I can't think which fucking goal it was, but he ran past Mo, didn't he? Backheeled it. It was at Anfield, and then fucking Salah puts a cross, and I can't think what happens after that. Yeah. Gary's saying Frimpong. I don't think you two want Frimpong going there, do you?
No, I just don't see it, mate. I think he's so. We said before, he's a bit like a kid in a playground, just kick and run. Yeah. I just don't think it works. I don't think it's going to work. That. Szoboszlai would work because it went well. He set the goal up, really, didn't he? He crossed the ball to Isak on Saturday. Szoboszlai. Yeah. And he knocked it by just overlapping Salah. So getting him out wide, yeah, it would. I could play a right wing, yeah.
Mo, go on, Mo. Would you, just on the basis of that, it takes away any of the defensive issues for him, but it allows him to. I think his best trait is getting the fucking other forwards pushing up with him. Yeah. Would you consider it in that one? Him on the right?
I mean, it's a lot of square pegs
around. He's everywhere now, Mo.
I mean, that one, I don't know. Someone's like right wing. You can just forget about attacking down that side, in my opinion, if you're going to play him there. If
you don't go down that side, really, now, do they like the fucking left, it seems.
Yeah, and that's also a huge problem of ours, the fact that everybody likes that left half space. Like every single one of our players like that left space, which is affecting also Salah because he's not creating any combinations with anybody on the right-hand side and his right back changing every day. But with Szoboszlai, if we're going to play with like a more defensive mindset from the right wing, then cool, I can see it working. But when Salah's away, I agree with Adam. I think that 4-4-2 diamond is just ready to go. I think Ekitike, Isaac, 2 strikers, and then one of them can like drift more towards the left, and then you got Wirtz in behind them, and then Szoboszlai on the right 8 who can cover the right hand side. I feel like that will be spot on.
Yeah, it's a bit like Brendan Rodgers did.
Yeah, with Hendo, Coutinho.
We've actually got a better team to do it now. I reckon probably as well.
It was mental because back then when with Rodgers, I'm pretty sure that diamond had Henderson. I mean, Henderson was the right centre mid. Yeah, he had Gerrard in the 6, and then you had Coutinho in like a left centre mid.
Yeah,
and then you had Sterling in like a 10.
Yeah.
So this team makes more sense to do it with.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We've got a better team, better like personnel to do it.
The thing is, that team had Suarez, so.
And Gerrard as well.
And Gerrard, of course.
Still just pinging the ball everywhere.
What do you think about it? Liverpool have some fucking world beaters in this team, and they've got to get them in. I think the problem is, we talked to Adam before, and I'm not sure if you agree, Mo, but I think now they listen to sports science too much.
Yeah. I just still think he's in his head from last season, and like what happened in the second half of the season. It's that week when we lost to PSG and Newcastle in the League Cup final. Yeah. That 1 week in March really mentally done something to Slot, I think. Yeah. And I think now he's just trying to prepare for a week like that. But as you said before, Ben, we need to get ourselves into that position.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Keep close. We need to keep close, don't we?
We need to keep close. And now we're about to embark on another treacherous spell. I think it's 7 games in 21 days. Something mental like that. Yeah. And that is going to be a huge test. He needs to rotate, but one thing I can guarantee you, Klopp would have done in his days, Milner would have played against Manchester United because he's the one that stays behind. He didn't go international duty. So he was always guaranteed to play the first game back. Yeah. Now, I think Slot needs to realise that he needs to play Jones. Jones is not going on the international break, as you said before, Adam. But he never did it against Burnley. That was the first game back after the first international break.
Strange, that.
And he played McAllister after he just come back from South America. It blew my mind.
Bolivia in the worst fucking place for him to play.
if I see McAllister, I love McAllister. Maybe this sounds like I hate
I
McAllister.
know. I know.
Because I love McAllister.
Proper
I genuinely
hater, you, Mo.
because I love him. Honestly, I love him, but I don't want to see him play against United. That needs to be Jones.
But you said it a few weeks ago, Mo, on here. You said, or was it? I can't remember which show. But you said he's one of his favourites, didn't you?
Yeah, it's one of his favourites. It was before the Everton game when we all thought there's no way he's going to play. And I was like, lad, don't be surprised if he starts. I can almost guarantee he starts because Slot loves him. And I don't blame him because McAllister is incredible. And he is the linchpin to this team. But when he's playing this poorly, you need to just swerve him.
It's the thing I'm worrying about as well, like when you're saying about favouritism. I think he's going to play Szoboszlai right back again against United.
I think he sees him as his favourite right back, Adam.
I think he just trusts them more. Like, and I was going to mention this.
If it meant Jones plays in the pivot.
I don't want to see Szoboszlai right back. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. Like, we shouldn't be playing midfielders right back. It just shouldn't happen. When you've got two right backs who are fit. Yeah. I was going to say this about, like, he always trusts, obviously, individuals. And I was going to say, do you know about, like, Bradley coming off at half time again? Because he got booked and he did the same with Kirkers. Do you think he just needs to start trusting players? Because people do get booked. People get booked, don't they? And again, overthinking stuff again. And you just like...
He didn't make it look good for that kid, did he?
No, again, that could kill him off. That could kill him off, that.
I 100% agree with you. Like, everyone's going to get a yellow card. You can't just sub everyone off the second they get a yellow. But I think with Bradley, it wasn't just the yellow. I feel like he was just getting ripped apart by Garnacho. Like, and it was a little bit embarrassing. Like, I was just thinking, what's going on with Bradley here?
Yeah, and Cucurella was doubling up on him as well.
Cucurella was doubling up, yeah.
But this is down to fucking, frailties in the fucking formation and, the players that have played. Because they should be getting back and helping them out. Do you know what I mean? At time, that's the difference between a top player and someone that's just not always there with you. Yeah. For instance, Fabinho, if that shit was happening on his watch, he'd have gone over there and helped him out and made sure the centre-half fucking helped out. Do you know what I mean? They're not helping each other out. They are playing like a team of individuals. But there's a comment here that I just want to bring up. Gary's saying Ekitike is the main nine. For me, no way. Isak is the main nine in this team for me.
I don't know yet.
I know what you're saying. Let's make no mistake about it. Who's the big dog at Liverpool?
The big dog is Isaac, but lad, this Ekitike is unbelievable.
Yeah. Capital letters, but
because the way this Ekitike started his Liverpool career. I was one of them in the summer thinking, he's not good enough. He's going to miss loads of chances. Thinking he's going to be like another Nunes. I've never been more surprised that somebody's in the ground running like him.
I know.
He's unreal.
He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant.
He's so good.
But also remember,
like an Elka.
Yeah, he is. He's an Anelka type. But also remember, Newcastle fucked him about. Let's make no mistake about it, Isak. When he's ready. I'd say after the international break, it's the perfect game for Alexander Isak. At Anfield, the shower of shite down the road. Alexander Isak. Look, the problem is, right, for me, Isak is the main fella in that front line right now. Yeah. Say what you want. You've got to get Ekitike in and around him. That's it.
Yeah, you do.
No, I 100% agree with that.
You both know Alexander Isak, right? We go back to the summer. You wouldn't have even fucking compared. You'd have been like, Isak.
Yeah, of course.
Let's calm down a notch.
No, but what I'm trying to say is,
I don't
want to see Ekitike on the bench. I need to see Ekitike starting 11. And if that means him playing left wing, with Isak, that's fine. But if that means he's playing left wing, so be it. But as long as Ekitike is on that pitch, that's what I want.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Let them fucking float. Who gives a shit?
Because we've seen that happen with Gakpo and Ekitike, like Everton game specifically. Them two are rotating like crazy in that match.
Yeah, fucking swapping.
It can work. It really can. You only have to drop into a 4-5-1 when you're defending, and Ekitike can just get back over to the left hand side. It's not like it hasn't worked. Like we said, like before of Suarez and Sturridge, one of them would always come out wide when we were defending. It can work.
There's no way that Isak is not fit. I'm not having that shit anymore. He's fit now. so he should be fucking out there all the time now. All right, maybe he's at the final stages. They've classed it as like a pre-season. But that Man United game, there's no two ways around it. I'm sure you both would both
I'll
agree.
be honest, lad. If that is a fit Isaac against Chelsea, I'm a little bit worried.
I know.
If that's what we're saying is a fit Isaac, then I am
Because
concerned.
I was going to mention it before. What do you think of his start? And take his fitness out the way of it. Is anyone a little bit worried how it's going to work? A little bit.
If he doesn't get the ball, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm worried about. We're relying on midfielders to create the ball for him, and that's that. It's like a Haaland thing. If they don't have the playmakers to give in the ball, they don't win. They don't do anything.
We've got a playmaker, but we're not fucking using them correct, are we?
I know, but you're expecting the midfield to always be on point. Then that's what I think. With Ekitike, he sort of creates his own chances. He's busy. Maybe Isak isn't fit, and that's why he's not as busy. Because I think
he'll be 100%, but he's near enough now.
Yeah,
he's
a bit flat at the minute. A bit flat at the minute.
At the end of the day, he was the one that was looking like something was going to happen for him at the end of that Chelsea game.
Yeah, I'd give you that. Yeah.
Do you know what
I mean, I agree with you. Like after this,
Alec could still be hitting balls from the fucking right hand side now, and none of them are still going.
No, after this international break, hopefully we'll see the better part of Isaac, and we'll see a fully fit Isaac. Although I did see some reports saying that he won't be fully fit for like a couple more weeks.
Yeah,
which I just think is wild.
Yeah.
I think that United game straight into those, and like Isaac needs to grab a goal.
I think what you have just been talking about there. I think, do you know when we're talking about, like for instance, you talked about in the Chelsea game, the right back was struggling, they overloaded, blah blah blah. Isak needs Ekitike on that pitch to do the running for him, that madness running. Because let's be honest, right? You want that ball dropping to Isak in the box, doesn't matter who it is. He is the one that will score the goals.
Both of them are class. They're brilliant. They've got to get them on the pitch now, and that is a tough thing to do.
Like I can just envisage that triangle between Ekitike, Isaac, and Wirtz.
I know.
Like them three just. When they click, it's going to be magic, lad. We're going to watch pure football.
It happened, didn't it, in that game? Who was it? It was when Ekitike went off injured.
Oh, Galatasaray.
It was Galatasaray.
Yeah,
and
we literally for like 5 minutes.
It wasn't even that.
I know, yeah.
Wirtz passed to Ekitike,
and it was good.
Back to him, put him in. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, did you see? Like that was brilliant. Like over the top to Isaac, and he had a one-on-one. Like,
and that hopefully that's what we want, innit? That's what we want.
Future. Yeah, that's our future, and that's what we need to see.
Yeah.
Well, it is a big game after the international break. But we'll start to wrap it up now.
Huge.
Lad, I'll be honest.
It's a make or break fucking game.
Are you worried about it?
I'm fucking nervous, because you see them, they're shit, they're awful. But lad, I can just see them stinking out the gaff of that formation.
This is their season, though, isn't it? If they win, fucking hell. But you know what? We've got to stop worrying about them.
That manager hasn't done back-to-back wins, has he?
No.
But then I've got a feeling, lad, if I have, imagine he beats us at Anfield. Sorry. I don't want to put bad energy in the air.
Hey, Slots. I know. Yeah. Slots never lost 3 games in a row. Fucking hell. Hopefully it's on the floor.
It'll be some game now. But you know what?
It's the perfect game, Ben. Perfect game, I think.
One would bring Isak off the bench, scores the win at the Cop End. I'll tell you what, if Slaughter's got him on the bench, he's going to have a knock on the door to say, what the fuck are you doing from him? Because there's no way he'd accept that. Yeah. What are you doing? You fucking... just
let him be on the bench against Frankfurt, but he needs to start that game.
He does, yeah. And Ekitike does.
Just put all your best players on the pitch, because he can certainly get them on. That Gakpo's not in the best fucking form. He needs to come out the side to me. Go Ekitike, Isak. You've still got to start Salah.
You've got to start Salah. You've got to.
Jones, Szoboszlai, he's going to go with it. I think you're probably right, Adam. Szoboszlai's going to go right back again, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
But Jones, Gravenberch and Wirtz will overrun Man United.
But Jones just pressing Casemiro. I want to see that. I want to see them run all over them.
Nailing them as well.
Run all over them, really. And I think it could be, I say it every week at the minute though, this could be the perfect game for Verts. But I just feel like he'll get so much space because they only play at 2. They only play 2 in the field.
You know, with their third centre-back, that third centre-back always comes out and goes into midfield.
Even
they did
better.
it against, but they did it
Maguire.
against us. I know, but they did it against us last season when we drew.
This is where you
Yeah.
want the ball going in behind them with Ekitike and Isak.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
They won't be opening up against us. No chance.
But that's the thing. I can't see him playing both Ekitike and Isaac.
I know. That's what I'm worried about.
That takes a fucking set of bollocks. And he needs to show some bollocks now because he's got to.
Just play them both and then Isaac let him rest against Frankfurt midweek. Play Ekitike up front. Gakpo comes back into the team against Frankfurt. Simple.
The best players will win you the game. And certainly some of Liverpool's best players, predominantly attackers, aren't they? You know, I know we've got Verge and all that shit, but, you know, fucking hell, we're talking of Salah's, Isak's, Ekitike's, Wait. Get the fuckers on the pitch. They'll blather that fucking load of mank shit, you know what I mean? Because they're garbage. But we'll wrap it up. We've got some good shows coming, Mo, and I'm sure, I don't know if you want to get involved. We've got a big LFC quiz coming.
Yeah, I'm down. 100%. Is that the one that Lou's doing in the Red Room group?
No. This is our one.
Oh, is it the one that you said from the 1998 season?
I don't know, but he's the fucking...
lad, I won't have a clue about
1988.
Adam, give us some hints of what shit you've got up your sleeve, lad.
When I've been in my wagon, fucking like that.
Lad, I was 4 years old in 98, lad. I haven't
So
got
you ready for who scored the winner in the 1920 final?
But look, as always, give a shout out to your channel and stuff. Let us know what's going on it.
Nice one. So we've got a new channel. It's called Cuts Inside. You can find us on Twitter. On YouTube, it's called Made in Top Stuff. We do one podcast every week live in the studio. Go and check it out. Thanks.
You heard the man. Go and follow him.
Short and sweet.
Make sure you follow all the boys as well on Twitter. You know, we will be back. We're just working out the days. I know this week's been a little bit busy for a few of the lads. Adam, as always, in the wagon. Thanks very much. I know you're going to be the quiz master, so look, don't blame me. Blame him if all the fucking quiz goes.
Gotta wear a bow tie and everything in my wagon.
Yeah.
But Reds, smash the like, subscribe. We will be back soon, and if you haven't already, up the fucking Reds. See you soon.